Buongiorno, and welcome to another episode of Clarent Precision. Back on the Mark II Golf today, and I'm finally getting around to a job that I've been wanting to do for ages. So let's get to it. So welcome all. Today's episode is going to be on a modification that I've been putting off for ages, but it is time to finally get it done. So if I just move on inside here, as you can see, we have a little bit of a untidiness going on here. This is obviously the OBD diagnostics port for the 1.8 turbo. The original car never had an OBD, so there's nowhere to put this at the minute, and it's just been flapping about in here for a little while now, and it's time to get this done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up like a blanking plate to go in here, and I want to attach this to the back of the blanking plate. So in essence, hopefully this is all going to look sort of all hidden away and hopefully sort of standard by the end of it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a load of measurements, and then from those measurements we'll go and do a CAD drawing. So I've just taken some measurements of this aperture here, and one of the little issues I've just come across is it's not square or straight even in the slightest. So when I measure it with a vernier in say sort of 3 places, so one here, and one here, I'm getting all sorts of funny measurements. So what I've actually done here is I've actually made up a pile of slip gauges, and you can see it goes in there really easily. Then when it moves to the sides, it then starts to tighten up. And it does that at the other end as well. So here, nice and loose. Here it's pretty tight. So I'm going to have to sort of take a bit of an average here, because my idea is I just want the aperture, the bit that I'm going to make, just to slip in there and be like a push fit. So yeah, just going to take an average and hopefully a little bit of an educated guess here on what some of these radiuses here are as well. But yeah, let's go upstairs and let's draw it up. So you join me back up in the orifice. Here's my crap sketch, which I did downstairs, which is all the dimensions which I pulled off the aperture and whatnot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw it up on the CAD system. Unfortunately, I can't show you this process. When I do my CAD drawings, I do them in quite a specific way. And unfortunately, can't be giving away sort of trade secrets. So my apologies for that. But once I'm done, I'll show you the results. Let's get to it. So I've been working like an absolute dog, and I finally got the CAD model done. So here is the fruits of my labour. So just to run you through the design features of this centre section here, this is where the OBD port is going to sit. So it's going to sit inside this section here. Hopefully it's going to be nice and snug fit, so you know it's going to save it from getting dust and debris inside it. These 2 slots here, going one here, let's flip it around, and another one there. On the OBD port, there are a couple of retaining clips, and I'm hoping when this slides inside it, the clips will locate on there and stop it from falling out, so it'll be nice and secure in there. Just moving down, this feature here, this is the bit that's actually going to slide inside the aperture. And then if I flip it over, this is going to be like the display face, if you like. This is the bit you're going to see once it's in there. What I've also done, let's put it around, is I've put a little slot here And the reason for that is I need to be able to get the thing out again. So once it's in there, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get my nail under there and pull it back out again. So that's pretty well it. With regards to what to make this from, initially I was going to make this from aluminium and then have it black anodized. I've actually decided against that because I think the black anodized is going to look a little bit too shiny and a little bit out of place. So we've got some black plastic downstairs, some black acetal, and I think that'd be a much better choice. I think it will look more standard, actually a little bit easier to machine as well. Just over here are the tool paths. So the bits in green, you can see, they are the tool paths. So this particular one, we're using a 14mm end mill. This takes the bulk of the material off. And then we start getting into the finished passes here. And then this takes the material out from the center section. And then that actually does the 2 slots in there. So with that being said, let's get downstairs, let's get machining. So that's operation 1, all complete. So far so good. I'll just quickly grab my torch so you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, shameless advertising as per usual. Operation 2 is going to be nice and straightforward. It's just going to be taking the back off and putting a corner radius on. I'll probably do that off camera because it's so straightforward. So here we are back in the car and it's time to give it a go. So I'm going to try and do this one-handed, but it's going to be rather awkward, so you might have to bear with me a little bit here. Oh, that sounded good. Oh, yeah, it's not coming out. It's clipped in there nicely. Okay. Go on. Pretty tight. Oh, we're in. I think that's it. Well, that doesn't look too bad, does it? That actually looks better than what I thought. Can I get it out again though? That's the next thing. See if my little yeah, I can get my nail under there. Yeah, lovely. Well, I'm very happy with that. I think that's come out quite nicely. The only slight thing I'm not sure about is it's a bit blank, isn't it? There's not much going on here. I wonder if I can put something on there. Maybe engrave something on there. Hey, I know. I could engrave our company logo on there. That's a great idea. I've never done that before. Or maybe engrave a VW badge or a GTI badge. Definitely need something on there, I think. Let me know in the comments. See if you think I should leave it blank or I should put something else on there. So guys, I'm going to call that a day today. I'm really pleased how it's come out, actually. It's exceeded my expectations. It's definitely tidied up the interior a little bit. I did want to take it out for a spin today, but typical British weather, it started raining, so I don't fancy cleaning it again. So I'll leave that till next time. But thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.